Hey everyone, CPO here, and this is Black Bear Pass in Telluride, Colorado. Sort of starts outside of Ouray, in between Ouray and Silverton, and ends up in Telluride. So this is the entrance right off of 550. We came up 550 from Silverton, and it's right there on the road. So Google Maps may take you a different route, but just know that that little entrance there is right off 550. Great place to air down and disconnect if you need to. Then the trail is a pretty traditional sort of mountain road. It's easy going for the most part all the way up. There's a really cool sign here, as you can see, that says Black Bear Pass, and tells you the direction to go right for Black Bear. Eventually you'll find your way up to the summit, which is a great place for photo ops, and there's a conveniently placed large rock that is just right there for you to park on. Which is what I did. But anyway, take your picture with the Black Bear Pass sign and then continue heading down the trail. You'll see here it's for expert drivers only. Black Bear Pass is a narrow shelf road with 1,000-foot drop-offs and an amazing view, as you can see here. It really is cool. So I'm going to call this the warm-up. Really, there's two things about Black Bear Pass: the steps and the shelf with the tight turns. But this is the warm-up. This is before the steps. It's sort of a prelude to the steps. It kind of gets the blood flowing, but it's a lot wider, and the risk of falling off the edge is really not there. So this is me going through that relatively easily, no big deal. This is a great opportunity to talk about who I'm with. This is my buddy Heath. Heath came down from Denver to hang out with me. And this is Nathan and Gavin. These guys sort of hooked up with us as we were at the trail entrance. Happen to be O3D Jeep subscribers, so shout out to you guys. We took them down Black Bear and then up Imogene. And this is my buddy Craig in his Toyota. Also came down from Denver to hang out for a few days. Now this is the steps. This is where things really get interesting. Unfortunately, video does not do this justice. These were actually a little bit more extreme than I expected. It's just a pretty severe downhill with these rocky steps. Much more difficult on motorcycles than on the Jeeps. But contrary to how it looks in this picture, it's really quite narrow actually, with drop-offs right on the, as you're looking at this video, the right edge. Now I do have some 360 footage, some virtual reality footage up. If you go back to my channel, look up, Black Bear 360 or something like that, you'll find. And with that footage, viewing in a 360 capable browser or on a YouTube app or in virtual reality goggles, you can kind of look around and check out the terrain a little bit better. But it really is, this is a perfect example of how video does not do this justice. This is a little bit more sketchy than it looks. We all got through no problem, but yeah, it's just one of those things. Once we get through the steps, the next thing I will call is the first shelf and the slide. I'll explain what that means in a minute. But this is really the first top shelf that goes to the first switchback on Black Bear. This is the scariest one of all. It's the highest, it's the most severe drop-offs, and it has the sharpest switchback. Great waterfall on the left, amazing view on the right. Again, go check out the 360 footage. It's just phenomenal. It's pretty wide up front here, but as you get through this little section, it starts to narrow down. It's basically a rock wall on the left, and then on the right is a 1,000-foot drop-off. No lie, it's pretty steep, but you may get caught up in that amazing view of Telluride that you see over there. Don't do it. Pay attention to the road in front of you, because there's not a lot of room for mistakes here. And if you ask me, Black Bear really is the steps and this section of the trail. Everything else is no big deal. It's these two things that are what makes Black Bear Pass, Black Bear Pass. All right, so coming up right here is what I referred to as the slide. There's a spot up here, right here, where you're gonna slide right.
All right, see where I'm at? That's where the big shift is.
All right, and there it was. Now, knowing that that's coming, it wasn't really that big of a deal when the Jeep suddenly lurches to the passenger side, which is also where the edge and the drop-off is. If you don't know that's coming, it might be a great pucker moment. So, I've told you it's coming, the slide, the big shift, whatever you want to call it, right about there. Just expect there's going to be a spot where your vehicle is going to slide right a little bit, and it happens to just about everybody. I don't know if it happens 100% of the time, but most of the videos I watch reference that was going to happen. So I was prepared for it. I prepared everybody else in my group for it, so it really became a non-issue.
Where Heath is now is where that big slide is to the passenger side.
Of course, this top shelf is the longest of all of them. It's a beautiful drive, just amazing. All right, here we are approaching the very first switchback. This is the steepest one. We spotted each other through this. In hindsight, I would have no problem going through this without a spotter. It's not that big of a deal. It's just a little bit more comforting to have somebody sort of help you get through it. This is also, sometimes you'll find this on YouTube as Adios curve. Anyway, first switchback, we spotted each other through. Here you go.
Go. There you go. A little more. There you go. Yeah, just go hard passenger, you should be good. Hard passenger. There you go. Straighten out just a little bit. Hard passenger.
Nicely done. Straighten it out now. Keep coming, keep coming. Just hug that driver's side. Not that much. There you go, now come on. Wheelbase guy.
All right, watch me. You got about this far.
That's good. Let me check your other side, bro.
And that talk camera on the rock cam looks great.
You're good right there if you hard drive or hard passenger it. Okay, now watch me. You got about this far. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. That's good. Hard driver and then back up and he'll take you. Make sure you don't hit anything back there.
You got plenty of room over here. Watch your back down over there.
He's good. He's good.
Okay.
There you go. You can drive right out of that.
Hard pass. I didn't feel good.
That's all right. You're good.
Pull up to my Jeep and it looks like
You're good. Come this way a little bit. Little passenger. You're good. All right. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. That's good enough. Hard back. Keep going. Stop. Let me double check your corner over here.
You good?
Oh yeah, you're great.
You want to help this guy down or no?
Yeah.
All right, it doesn't look that bad, but here's a perspective from the inside. As looking over the hood, you can see visibility is a little bit limited, which is why the spotter's nice and comforting. so once you get done with that first switchback, it's all downhill from there. Sorry, that was a bad dad joke. It is though, it's all downhill, and the switchbacks get wider and wider. The shelves are less and less severe. You know, I still had to do 3 and 4 point turns to get through it. You know, I probably could have, you know, slammed it into 2-wheel high and, you know, skid around the corners, but I'm just not that cool. So I took my time, did the 3 and 4 point turns, and, you know, just enjoyed the view. But it really does get easier as you get down. So that's really it. That is Black Bear in a nutshell. And to be honest with you, it was less... I won't say it wasn't epic. It's an epic trail. Again, go watch the 360 footage. It's just amazing, the views that you see from up there. But it was less scary. Now, I'm not afraid of heights. I'm not afraid of ledges. I'm not afraid of drop-offs. So that probably has something to do with it. Somebody who is not a fan of heights might be righteously freaked out by this trail. But just know, thousands of Jeeps every year, thousands of vehicles, full-size vehicles, Jeeps, motorcycles are running this trail every year, and it really is doable. So it is a Jeep Badge of Honor trail. So if you have the Badge of Honor app, if not, go get that. You can check in at Black Bear Pass and get a hard trail badge for completing this particular trail. Anyway, guys, that is it. That's it. I mean, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.
That would be a cool house to own.
How are you guys doing? Good. No, I'm good. I just can't do it in one shot with this big thing.
Big old tire.